Before we start today's video, I want to share with you this month's pick from Dossier. This is the brand I've been sharing with you for almost 2 years now, and they are an awesome brand that takes well-known and popular fragrances and recreates them for a more realistic price. And they do it so well, a lot of their fragrances are practically identical. It's really awesome. And for the next couple of months, I'm going to be a little selfish here and focus on things that I like to pick up for myself, starting with the musky green tea, which is based on the famous Silver Mountain water by Creed, and I think it smells pretty much identical to the original, honestly, and I happen to love the original, so this works out quite nicely. I want to let you know too, in case you're interested, they have an all-new discovery set over at the Dossier shop. This allows you to get a look at multiple fragrances that are best sellers and top picks without having to commit to a full bottle. Here's actually a look at everything inside the kit too. It's actually got 2 of my personal favorites in there, so you might want to check this out. A link to their shop is in the description. Head over there and check it out. Now though, on to today's episode. Today I'll be reviewing for you the sea salt spray from the Honor Initiative. You might remember this brand from a recent video we did on their clay, and you guys seem to enjoy looking at that one. So when they dropped a sea salt spray, I thought for sure we should give it 5 minutes. And this once again is the sea salt spray from the Honor Initiative, and according to the brand, this was designed to transform your hair by adding noticeable thickness and texture to your hair, mimicking the effortless style of a day spent at the beach with no fuss and all class. Officially speaking, we're looking at a light hold that remains flexible and manageable but never stiff. Price-wise, we're at $12 US for 1.9 ounces. Moving over to the scent now, there isn't an official scent description on this, but we can see on the ingredient list there is lavender and tea tree oil, and that's pretty much what I smell inside the bottle here. More so than tea tree oil and lavender, but it's very tame, it's very mild, it's not too punchy or in your face, so overall it's a very tame kind of scent. Now this is usually where we look at the scoop and consistency, but since this is a spray, we can't do that really. So let's move over to the styling test here, and I think the best thing to do with this to start is to give us a before shot. So this is my hair with nothing in it, just dried, pretty much air dried. We're then going to compare that with the recommended usage for this spray that's on the bottle, which is to begin with damp hair and then just spray it all over, get it all over your hair and into the roots, all that usual stuff, and then let it air dry. When I completed all those steps, here's what I saw. We can see there is a little change there. It does look a tiny bit plumped up, but really there's not much there. There's not much of those effects that I was hoping to see. I decided to give it another shot though, swapping out the air drying for blow drying. You guys know I'm a big fan of blow drying, so I did the same exact steps as we just saw, but instead of air drying, I did blow dry it completely dry to just try and see if we can bring out some more results. And after that was finished, I do think that we have some more to look at here. I think that plumped up look is just more in focus here, and that volume is there, and I think this right here gives us a nice look and result to then compare to our original when we form our verdict. Speaking of that verdict too, since once again this is a spray, not a jarred styler, I'm going to skip the endurance and wash out and go right into my verdict here, bringing all the data together. Let's go ahead and start with that before photo one more time, and then let's compare it to our first test, the air dry method. What I see here is minimal results, to be honest. Not really enough for this to be a product that I would use daily. Personally, that's just me, but I do see a few things there that tell me it could be my hair type causing this reaction. The main thing being is that it looks like it wants to do something. It looks like it wants to provide volume. It kind of wants to plump up, but maybe my thicker-ish hair type is just preventing that from happening. This tells me you guys with thinner or finer hair would likely see a lot more results with this method. When we compare all of that though to the blow dry test, we see a lot more results. I'm much happier with the results of this test, likely because the heat is kind of giving it a nice boost, a little structure to stand on, and I really think this was a lot better. It gave it much more definable results, and I think I was able to actually see everything here, the light hold, the structure, a little bit of texture, not too much, just a nice light dusting of that sea salt. It also gave us a nice little option, either to stay here and just rock this for the rest of the day or finish up with a post styler. It gave you some options, which I thought was good. All in on this one, I do have to say it sprays really well. It doesn't make the hair greasy or dried out, and it comes out with just water if you're using it by itself. So overall, I'd say it's a very decent spray. A few points that I would outline here where I think they could improve on the formula is that hold strength or the structure. I think they could have had a bit more of it, a nice good helping of it, and I do wish it would have offered just a little bit more texture as well. As usual though, the final verdict is up to you, and if you'd like to check out the sea salt spray from the Honor Initiative, a link will be in the description down below. I'd highly recommend you check out their stuff. They're doing some great work, and I can't wait to see what comes next from this brand. That's it for today though. Thanks so much for checking this out with me. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.